Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Darkness Ablaze, make sure you go ahead and check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your orders using the code OmniPoke. For today's video, we're going to be opening some packets. We're not really a pack opening channel, but every now and then, me and Jack do open a decent amount of product, including the newer stuff, and today, I felt that this product was so insane, I kind of had to share it with you guys. This is going to be the 12-pack double booster blisters, and honestly, they're probably the best value Pokemon product that we've had in modern times, honestly. I think the as you break down the individual pack value, it's under £2 per pack, so you can do your conversion in dollars or wherever else you're watching from, but basically, these are far better value than booster boxes, which are usually pretty much, you know, the gold standard of buying boxes and cases. But in this case, we are splitting up the newest set, Darkness Ablaze, with Rebel Clash booster packs. And I think that will have an adverse effect on the prices of Rebel Clash cards, because basically, if you're a competitive player, there's no reason to buy many of the cards from this set. Basically, like Boss's Orders and Scoop Up Nets are all you need, possibly like one copy of Eldegoss. So the price of individual cards from Rebel Clash are probably going to be very, very low, and I think these products will continue to push those prices lower, and I've even seen prices as low as £1.50 per Rebel Clash booster pack. So Rebel Clash has pretty much been shafted due to the coronavirus and the times, and the fact that there's no competitive tournaments meant that Dragapult never really had its chance in the limelight in person, although it did do pretty well in some online tournaments. A lot of people are going to still continue to buy Rebel Clash products because they just happen to be in the back of these blister packs, and these are the most insane products value-wise. I still haven't completed my Rebel Clash set, so there's still cards I'm looking for, and Darkness Ablaze is a super hot set because it's got plenty of playable cards in there, Crobat, Eternatus, Centiskorch, and it's also got a Charizard that you can hit from this set. So if you're looking to complete your sets, these are fantastic value for money. If you're trying to do sort of flip or investing type things, these are also just insane products because, again, you're getting these at such low value. You could even just tear open these blisters and sell the individual packs parts each and probably make your money, or you can open the Darkness Ablaze and keep the Rebel Clash, sell the Rebel Clash. There's all sorts of different things you can do here. Obviously, you can keep it all sealed as well because these are just, like, so obviously good value. It's actually just completely insane. Like, I've actually never seen a product as blatantly good value as these. They are just absolutely nutty right now. I think one interesting thing to note as well as we actually start getting into these, I wanted to really have my spiel on this stuff before I got into the cards, otherwise I'll distract myself. But basically, I think this product was made with a recession in mind from Pokemon, because the value of these products is around, you know, for me it was below £50. And I think in sort of recessionary times that we expected, because obviously Rebel Clash was still in print, or sort of came out during the start of the Corona crisis, and Darkness Ablaze was expected to be, you know, a set where it was still within that sort of crisis. There's been a lot of expectation of economic downturn, and a new price point being set lower than a booster box with still a handful of booster packs in there sounds like a really, like, smart move from Pokemon if I was looking to keep people enticed and looking into buying boosters and have a slightly lower price point so people would still be convinced to get the pack. So I think as long as we have the virus right now, this product could be, like, ongoing, and especially if economic downturn does sort of happen upon us over the next few months and years, these are probably going to be, like, the best value products that Pokemon can produce for us, and it's a really interesting and clever way for them to keep us buying booster packs, because right now we've been announced to be in a recession for the UK at least, and I know a lot of countries will be following suit, and unemployment has started to go up radically, so it's only a matter of time until, you know, the sort of stimulus spending and stuff can carry on, sort of stopping the flow of a recession. So eventually there's going to be a lot less money around, and to keep us buying products, Pokemon has done a genius move. And I'm going to quickly change my camera settings because it's doing weird auto-focusing, so give me one sec. I'll try and make the changes live while I can, so hopefully we don't have annoying autofocus. Let me see if I can change this. I think I saw it. Okay. That should be better. I'm hoping there's a lot less autofocus. But yeah, I'm going to be opening both the packs because, like I said, I'm still looking to complete and collect these sets. So I'm not doing this for any like flip life or anything like that. You know me. I hoard. I don't really sell much. But if you're looking for that sort of thing, it's very, very easy to do with this product. If you're just looking to get cheaper products in general, it's a very, very fantastic product, I think, and could be a precedent for the future if you know, the landscape of the globe in terms of economic issues is gonna get worse and deteriorate. This could be a new price point for people to still continue to buy booster packs, whilst obviously being less than an actual 36 card or 36 pack booster box, because you're only getting 24 blisters in these boxes, and obviously it's split between the sets. So it's a very clever way, I think, for Pokemon to lower that sort of price cap for people to still get their hands on a good amount of product. And it also kind of makes you want to complete multiple sets as well. So overall, I think it's a home run in terms of value, but also like a really, really smart move from Pokemon. So I really hope these double plat blisters are just a precedent that continues, at least in like sort of as we navigate the next few months, because it's a win-win. We're enjoying opening more products, and it gives them a lot safer. There's like a lot more margin of safety because the price point is lower for a lot of people. So people will be more happy to continue putting some of their disposable income into Pokemon cards because it's a lot less commitment really for them. So I think overall it's just a really, really smart move from them, and I can't really praise it enough as we hit our first V Pokemon, Dragapult V. Probably what was one of the most playable cards before Darkness Ablaze was announced and printed. Really stunted the value of that card, unfortunately. But so yeah, in terms of Rebel Clash, there's not actually many pulls you want to get. It's really like the rainbows, the gold cards, and like some of the VMAXs have some value, but other than that, like most of the regular Vs don't even carry value. Even some of the most playable stuff like Boltons and Eldegoss, even they are in like the single-digit value basically, which is pretty wild. The set basically died before it even started. As we move into our Darkness Ablaze pack, we get a Kangaskhan reverse and a regular rare Lugia. Kangaskhan, a nice cube card if you want a strong edition. If you're a little bit worried about big basics running Riot, this certainly could do that in cube, but for high power level cubes, Kangaskhan is a nice revenge style attacker. I'm going to be kind of all over this place talking about... I've sort of done my spiel on investments at this point, but now we can just appreciate the cards, so that's cool. So yeah, I've got 2 of these just recently. I've already opened my case of Darkness Ablaze. I've already opened 2 boxes of Rebel Clash and an ETB when it came out, so I've got a good amount of the cards from both of these sets, but I am still addicted to opening boosters, and I am still trying to complete the sets, so let's crack into another Rebel Clash booster here. And also codes are also very good, so if you're trying to break apart, if you are trying to open these for sort of profit, obviously your margins and your margin of safety is much, much higher because the pure pack value is so much lower, and code cards are going for a lot at the moment. I think they're almost up to 50 pence for Darkness Ablaze codes at least. So, straight out the gate, your margin of safety is like really, really good because you basically earn a pound back immediately on codes. You only paid £4 for both boosters, so each booster only needs to give you £1.50 worth of value, and you're still gonna have some misses, but when you get the hits, it's gonna really bump up your profit as well if you're looking at it from that perspective. So yeah, I really can't say enough good things about these products, and I had to get some for myself, even though I've got a vast majority of the cards from both of these sets. I still feel like there's something here for me, and I also just want to support this sort of product anyway because I think it's just such a good good product that they could bring into the future. It could be a really nice selling point of some Sword and Shield sets, and there's also something to be said about the print run of these sets. I think Darkness Ablaze is going to be a really interesting one to follow because there's some rumors that the boxes were underprinted so that they could commit to these products instead. So the sort of movement of booster boxes and these products are going to be interesting in the future to monitor because it's relatively unprecedented that they've done something like this. Anyone can correct me down below if they've done these sorts of double blisters before in such a high quantity in comparison to the booster boxes. I feel like it's very different to most. We've hit a bunch of rares so far, nothing too good apart from the Dragapult. We've got ourselves a Rev Beware. As you know, I always like to sleeve my Revs instantly. I'll sleeve any holographics instantly as well. Just how I like to do things. Keep things minty fresh whenever I can. We've got ourselves a Rose Tower. Still a few new cards from Darkness Ablaze that I'm looking to get my hands on. I still don't even have a playset of Galarian and Mr. Rhymes. They seem to be one of the, the lowest print regular rare cards. I think he only pulled up 3 of those from a case. And for a regular rare, that's pretty rough. The only downside of these blisters is that it takes longer for you to get into these mothers. But other than that, A+ on the product, I think. Let me know if you guys think it's going to be a one-time deal for Darkness Ablaze, or you think it could be something they go on with for the future. It's obviously all speculative based on how well the world recovers in the next 3 months, or the next month even. Well, I know that Champion's Path is going to have a different sort of print run anyway, because it's a holiday set, but for Vivid Voltage, it would be awesome if we could get a Darkness Ablaze plus Vivid Voltage 2-pack blister. That would be really, really awesome. Possibly even cooler than this product right now, because both would be sought after packets. As we go through a Rebel Clash pack here. Chatot is our reverse, and we hit a VMAX, a Malamar VMAX. Very cool. Nice artwork. Nothing to be said on the playability front, I'm afraid. Dark type got so much more support in Darkness Ablaze that it kind of makes most of the subpar dark stuff redundant in comparison. We have our Darkness Ablaze pack. I keep reaching to open another blister, forgetting about the highlight, which is the Darkness Ablaze stuff. Also, guys, let me know what you've been doing. Have you been buying any physical cards these days? Are you just completely off it until tournaments come back? I think a lot of people are in that situation where they have no use for any of this stuff. I'm in a slightly different position where I play and collect so much that I'm buying, or have been buying, booster packs basically religiously every 3 months, with very few exceptions, so my habits haven't changed much. I know a lot of people have at least cooled off on singles and just sort of left them until we need to go back into physical tournaments. So if most of you just been buying more online codes, I'd like to hear what you guys are doing in this sort of strange situation that we found ourselves in. Not knowing when tournaments are going to come back, etc. Pokemon's most recent announcement was to do with the online game and potentially more tournaments coming in the future. So it looks like that's where their direction is going to be over the next few months. Purely speculation, of course. We don't know anything, but it would make sense that we're still so far away. Ooh, Hollow Boss's Orders. Nice. Boss, obviously one of the most playable cards from the set. Probably the most playable card, with the most longevity as well. It's not like this card's going to get trumped by pretty much anything unless they bring back Pokemon Catcher, which we basically know they won't, since it was errated. I did manage to pull a Charizard VMAX as well from my case, which is pretty cool. And Jack's also got his hands on a bunch as well, so... Oh, yeah, I've left my Darkness Ablaze blister. So we'll open our next Rebel Clash, and then we'll double dip the Darkness Ablaze. Apologies if I'm giving away the spoilers with the codes. I don't really have anywhere else to put them, just the way I'm set up to record. My hands are in a really awkward spot because I'm basically between the webcam and the microphone, so I can only really put my hands forward. I've got limited movement here, so I can't really put the codes anywhere else right now. Got a Masquerain and a Flapple holographic. A lot of people like to have fun with Flapple online. Very fun ability. Got Masquerain. Couple dab packs. Let's do it. Alright, old PC, probably the worst card they've ever printed. Maybe not. Definitely up there though. Got a Wimpod and a full art trainer in Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. Awesome, awesome artwork. I actually really like the regular artwork of the Pokemon Breeders Nurturing. It's a throwback to the old Pokemon Breeder fields from Neo Rev, which is just an awesome artwork. So it was really cool to see them sort of do a nod to that old artwork from, you know, 19 years ago or something. The time between these sets. Got a Staravia and a Muck. Alright, we've got ourselves, what, 5 blisters to go? As I knock the camera. Let me know if you guys would like to see more booster openings and stuff. I know I've threatened doing a lot of collection stuff in the past, and I've actually got a bunch of PSA cards coming back on Friday that I'm going to be recording that stuff. So there's likely going to be some collection stuff on the horizon as well. I'm also looking to move house next month, so I will naturally be like collecting all of my cards all into one place, so I could try and do a full collection video for the first time. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. It'll be weird because I'll have to be walking around with the camera, which is very alien to me. Oh, a second Dragapult V. Interesting. One of the best Vs I could pull, to be fair. It's like this and Eldegoss were probably the priority pulls out of the sets, V-wise. Bolton pretty much is in limbo until we see the lightning support from Vivid Voltage. If we get more lightning supports that's good enough to cover the loss of Volkner and E-Power, possibly lightning could be back on a pedestal, but who knows. Teddiursa and a Serena. Flying through the packs, as I always do. Alright, we'll put the Darkness Ablaze to the back. Open an Inteleon booster. We have a Litwick and another Flapple. We're getting all the duplicates today. Double Dragapult, double Flapple. Not too bad. I can't really remember too many of the regular holos from the set. How many were that playable from Rebel Clash? Again, let me know if I should be wishing for something else right now. We've got a Darkness Ablaze pack. We all know what to wish for from Darkness Ablaze, right? We're always looking for that big old VMAX. Any of the VMAXs, really. Well, most of the VMAXs. Even with Eternatus coming out in a promo box, I think some people will prefer the other artwork and stuff. Some people will prefer just higher rarity, all that sort of stuff. Oops. There's Cubchoo. What do you guys do with your reverse holos? Do you care about them at all? Do you collect reverse sets? Do you just treat them like any other card? Do you sleeve every reverse you see like I do? It'd be interesting. I've always taken special care of reverses, but I know a lot of people just care less about them. And I don't actually collect complete rev sets, I just complete regular sets. So it's weird. I treat them better despite caring about them less, if that makes sense. Got a Phantump, and a Galarian Surfetched. Got the Galarian Surfetched GX box coming out pretty soon. With that Tapu Koko ability. It's a decent type as well, so it could be a nice foil to some of these Dark and Lightning decks. Some Fletchinder, some Rare Fossil. One will be. I have really enjoyed playing Mad Party on the ladder. Pretty inexpensive deck to get your hands on as well, especially with Dedenne being a lot cheaper post the release of the Trainer Toolkit. So even though you're playing 4 Dedennes in that deck, or at least I am, it's still relatively budget. Never thought the day would come where a 4 Dedenne deck is budget, but here we are. Alright, we just got these 2 packs and 1 more blister, and then we are done with this little mini opening. Had some good pulls so far. Got a VMAX, got a full art, couple of regular Vs. Got a Helios and a Cramorant. We've got a Rev Pampor and an Excavalier, and we jump straight onto our last blister. I'm sure most of you have seen so many Darkness Ablaze booster openings at this point that I feel like flying through them makes more sense. I was mostly doing the video to say my piece on how good these products were in the first place, and the boosters were an additional extra. But here we are. Some people just love being part of the pack squad. Seeing what we get, rolling the dice as always. Alright, our last Rebel Clash booster. Got Scoop Up Net, that's a good one. Burning Scarf. And another V Pokemon, it's a Copperaja V. I enjoyed using Copperaja in the games. I think he was pretty broken. Really just good stats and good stabs. So far hasn't really made a breakout in the card game. There's been a lot of cards printed of Copperaja. Obviously he's got a VMAX and a few regular holos. None of them have been that good though. They're usually just too slow. But you know, as long as Metal Source is around, there's always potential for future Copperajas. Completely butchered this pack, so I'm just making sure I don't butcher the cards as well. As we get into our last pack of this little opening. Have a Spikemuth and we have an Arctovish. So yeah, nice little pack opening for you, a little break from all the deck analysis and stuff going on. I don't know how sporadic these sorts of things will be. Me and Jack obviously open like a decent amount of product between each other. You know, we're pretty active, you know, players buying, selling, and all that sort of stuff. Me not really selling so much,